Oh, this is you, Willie Doo. Lex Fridman has been talking a little bit on social media about situation in Ukraine, Russia. He's Russian ancestry and speaks on a subject even before this whole conflict. Has stated that he was going to go talk to Putin in Russia.
Yes.
He said,
is he still in Russia? Did he come back yet?
Did he go to Russia?
I thought he did.
I know he said he was going to, but I don't know. But anyway, why don't you tell me about why you selected this clip right here?
Did I select this?
Oh, Mo did.
I think I...
Oh, Mo, why don't you tell me what's going on?
Oh, I just thought it was interesting. I just sent it to you guys, not necessarily hoping it would show up on the show, but...
Oh, here we go. Here
but
we
while
go.
we're here...
Here we go. All right, why don't I break it down? It looks to me like Lex Fridman is curious about your own stories. He's actually put out a submission form because he wants to hear real people's stories from the Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, he's saying anybody affected with it.
Yeah, I think he's, well, I don't think, I know he's very anti-war.
Yeah.
He's very pro-love, peace. And I presume what he's trying to do here through bringing in real human submissions is bring a human element to what's going on.
Right.
Because there's a lot of distance right now, even for us. It's like, oh, here's some tanks getting ambushed. It's not the most human representation of the situation.
No, I totally get what you're saying.
You need to, and this is why even, and my mother-in-law is in Poland, which isn't Ukraine, but she's close to the border, and every so often she'll send stuff over, and it's different when it's coming, when it's human as opposed to with distance on it.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because even some of the things that she'll say, people will dispute. They'll say, that's not what's happening there. And I'll be like, well, I have a testimony here.
He actually says that later in the video where he's like, be very, like, if you send me a video, just know that I will be posting it. So think twice before you send it because it will live on the internet. And if people dispute you or have anger towards whatever you're saying, it's going to be public.
He put like a little waiver in there.
Yeah, which I thought was really interesting.
Will's gonna say something.
Have you guys listened to this episode? I think her name is Nomi Park.
No,
she escaped from North Korea.
I heard her on Rogan.
Yeah.
I know her story. Well, I mean, roughly speaking. I don't know what they went into on this. I didn't listen to this one.
Yeah, it's roughly similar, telling her story. And I thought this was a really good podcast for him because he chose the right questions to ask. I'm guessing having certain guests from Ukraine would have this kind of episode where they're talking about a very intimate life.
It's just texture that comes from the real recount. What's interesting though, if you go back to that last chapter, where you were, it's Animal Farm, which is the book that I was talking about that I just listened to.
Oh, yeah.
And I was telling you, because we did the Audible spot.
Right. Shout out Audible.
And we were talking about it. That's very strange that he landed on the chapter in this conversation where they were discussing such things.
Yeah.
Because this was just 2 days ago we were talking about this. But maybe it's parallel thinking with what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah, it's got a lot of views.
Neither of you guys had a chance to listen to it, did you?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
But hopefully...
Well, we were talking about a dramatized version that's on Audible that the BBC did. It's with actual, like, actors. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of interesting. My kids were listening to it in the car, and they were thoroughly entertained. So...
Yeah.